This is skill 10.4, and in this skill, we're going to learn how to find the area and perimeter of regular polygons. So the formula for area of a regular polygon is actually a pretty, pretty simple one. It's pretty nice how it works out. So you can write it two different ways. You can either write area equals 1/2 AP, or area equals A times P divided by 2. It's up to you which one you use. Obviously, it's important to know what the heck those letters all stand for. So A obviously stands for area, the capital A. The little a stands for something called an apothem. And P, capital P usually, stands for perimeter. All right, and the apothem, I want you to draw this regular, I guess this is a regular pentagon. Draw this on your paper. The apothem is this guy right here. So it is from the center of your regular polygon straight out to a side, creating a 90-degree angle. Okay, it is not, I'm going to draw what it is not. It is not from the center to a corner. That's actually a radius, and we're not going to be using that a whole lot. But there's a difference. The apothem is from the center straight to a side, creating a 90-degree angle. Okay. For perimeter, there's kind of a shortcut for perimeter, which is nice. For perimeter, you can just say capital P is S times N, where S stands for a side length and N stands for the number of sides. And I think we know at this point in time that a regular polygon has all equal side lengths. So once you find one side length, you can just multiply it by your number of sides. All right, so let's dive into two examples. The first one looks like this, and we are going to find the apothem, the area, and the perimeter. Okay, so I'm going to start by just listing these variables. So little a stands for apothem. Area is big A. I'm going to write that down here. And then perimeter is big P. And to find the area, we're going to do apothem times perimeter divided by 2. Okay, so we just need to find those two things first. Apothem, in this case, is a pretty easy one. They gave it to us. They gave us a line that goes from the center of a regular polygon straight down. It creates a right angle. So our apothem is just 10. Okay, the perimeter, remember to find perimeter, we have to find the length of a side, which is 9.6, and multiply it by our number of sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 sides on this regular polygon. So our perimeter is going to be 9.6 times 7 sides. And 9.6 times 7 is 67.2. All right, and at that point, we're all set to go. We're really almost done with this problem already. We already have the perimeter. I'm going to put a U by it for units, since we don't have any units, and same with the apothem. So for our area, we can just substitute those two things in. So area equals 10 times 62.2. I'll put that in parentheses, actually. 10 times 67.2 divided by 2. And that is going to end up being 336 square units. All right, so really not too bad if you're given the apothem. It's a pretty simple process. Now, in the second example here, we're not given the apothem. We have to do a little bit more work to get it. So this one will take a tad more time. So again, I'm going to list those variables. We need the apothem, we need the perimeter, and then our area equals A times P divided by 2. So let's go find those things. So apothem, it's right here, but we don't know what it is. If we don't know what it is, we can just call it X. We can call it little a. Doesn't matter. I'm going to call it an X for now. Okay, we do though have part of a right triangle. Well, yes, we have two sides of a right triangle. So when that happens, we can always use Pythagorean theorem to find that third side. So this 4 over here, that's going to be our C. That's our hypotenuse. this 2 inches, we can call that, let's call it our B. And then our x we can call our a. So we're going to have x squared plus 2 squared equals 4 squared. Just going to solve this fairly quickly. Now subtract 4 from both sides, so x squared equals 12. Take the square root, and the square root of 12, I'm just going to grab a calculator really quick. Square root of 12 is approximately 3.46. And now we have our apothem. Okay, perimeter. Perimeter will not be so bad. We have half of one side. Half of a side is 2 inches. So the other half of a side is also going to be 2 inches. So one entire side length is going to be 4 inches. So to find the perimeter, we're doing 4 inches times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. And 4 times 6 is 24. And we did have units on these. They were both in inches. So to find our total area of our regular, would that be a regular hexagon? We just need to do 3.46 times 24 divided by 2. And what I will actually do in my calculator, I'll just do 24 divided by 2, which is 12 in my head, and then just 3.46 times 12. And we're going to get approximately 41.52. And those are square inches. So done. So again, not the hardest thing in the world, but kind of a longer process. So stay organized. Don't be afraid of the Pythagorean theorem. Sometimes you're going to need to use that in order to get either an apothem or a side length.